Let's just jump right into this wonderful recipe. You will need a very large pot or skillet. If you're following along, we're going to start off by scrambling 1 pound of ground turkey and draining the fat off of it. And you can use ground beef as well. It doesn't matter, just your preference. And then we are going to add 1 bell pepper diced, 1 small yellow onion diced. And the color of that bell pepper really doesn't matter. It's just, again, your preference. Let's give this a stir. Then we are going to add 2 teaspoons of Tony Chachere's no salt Cajun seasoning. And if you're thinking this is going to be very spicy, it is not. Now add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Add 1.5 teaspoons of paprika, and that is smoked paprika. Let's give this a nice stir, and your stovetop eye or your burner should be on low setting. It's about a 1 or 2 on my stovetop. And then we are going to put a lid on this, and we're going to let this cook, simmer for about 5 minutes until those onions and bell peppers soften up. And all of these great spices just blend together and cook into that meat. Once your 5 minutes are up, then we are going to add some more ingredients. We're going to add 1 can of fire roasted tomatoes. And I have about 1.5 cups of leftover brown rice from the night before. And this is a great way to utilize leftover rice because we always seem to have a little leftover. And rice is optional in this dish. You do not have to add it, but it really does add just a great texture and flavor to this dish. Now, once you're at this point, you could stop here, and this makes a wonderful meal, just like it is. But we're going to take this a step further, and we're going to make it even more delicious. We are going to add 1 small head of cabbage, cubed. Now, salt and pepper to taste. And you can always add more salt and pepper to this after the dish is finished. You may need to, but you definitely want to go ahead and just add some salt and pepper to the top of that cabbage. Put a lid on this, and we are going to let this cook on simmer for 20 minutes, stirring occasionally. And voila! 20 minutes later, this dish is done. This was so good. Now, you could make some fried cornbread to go with this, but we did not. We are trying to cut back on those carbs this week, but oh, this was so delicious, guys, and super easy to make.